should just be like, you imagine you turn on the channel, you're like, my good show's gonna come on, and
do I need to go get my tie?
Fuck yourself.
Right. We're just starting it while you're yelling. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care.
If you come here for this is where professionalism begins. The shining example.
I don't even care, dude. I don't even care.
Here it comes.
I don't fucking care.
Shut up. Shut up. Here we come. I'm coming in. Welcome to the special edition of an age-old classic. What? In But
bringing it back. We brought it back.
Today, we have our contestants. Kyle Ramsey, a.k.a. King Ramsey, a.k.a. Gordon Ramsay, a.k.a. Dr. Question, a.k.a. Count Wonkula.
That's me.
We also have Cody Chambers, a.k.a. the Royal Chambers, a.k.a. Elimination Chambers, a.k.a. Chambers of Commerce.
Chamber of Secrets. You forgot the Chamber of Secrets.
There's nothing secretive about you.
You forgot about the Chamber of Secrets.
I wonder what's in his chambers.
If we're playing What in But, I want to be the Chamber of Secrets. It just makes sense, you fucking idiot.
No, Chamber of Commerce makes more sense because your holes are the only thing that make you money. And I'm your host, Harris Khan, a.k.a. Concrete, a.k.a. Conclusion, a.k.a. Conviction.
I've never heard Concrete. I love it.
You've had to have heard
I'm fucking rock hard. I stay in the hole, and I will finish in the hole.
What?
I'm always stuck on condescending for him.
Condescending is a really good one. That's if it has to be one, it's got to be that one. You know.
I like the Constitution. You know what I'm saying?
Constitution is another good one.
What's Constitution though?
Like whenever we're playing D&D and people are like, roll a saving con, I'm like, I'm a saving con.
I did it.
I did it. I save you. What's in our butt today, folks? Dororo, episodes 20 to 24. The conclusion of an anime where we discuss if an individual's life is worth an entire land's worth, and there's demons about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Before we get into our discussion, let's hear from our sponsors. Catch the show live, Anime Trap House, every Sunday at 12 p.m. CST or minus 0500 UTC over every Sunday over at twitch.tv/the Anime Trap House. The Anime Trap House.
Did I have a stroke?
So much shorter here. It's like, what are you doing?
Am I having a stroke?
If you can't make the live stream, then check it out on YouTube or podcast services any and everywhere. We're working on getting to the Mars. We're working with Elon Musk to get us podcast. Is a podcast on Mars. If you like the stuff we say and want to help push us to the next level, come support us over at patreon.com/anime trap house. Just like our Patreon producer and whole fanatic, Nick Giorgio Purdue. Is he Italian?
Do we want to say the real one, or are we just gonna
Fernando? I don't know. Yeah, what's his real name. Give it to him.
It's Hernandez.
I feel like he's been the producer for 2 months now.
Producer?
Yeah, the producer. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to give a shout out to our producer, Mr. Chris Purdue. Boom!
Chris, got it.
Chris Purdue.
And lastly, if you want to discuss the stupid anime shit with us, with an awesome community of degenerates, then join our Discord and Facebook groups. Links will be in the show notes, wherever show notes are available. All right, so let's do it. What's in your butts about this, Kyle?
I like it. It's good. I had a lot of good time. I like the part where the fights were cool and the themes moved somewhere, and I don't know. It doesn't really have a sometimes the show has like a lesson that you can be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this in for me. But the lesson really is just like, have money. And you're like, cool. But aside from the futility of that fucking answer, I like it, man. I like the whole ride.
Okay.
I don't know what I hate the end, them splitting off. That sucks.
And then the even more
I have no
confusing
idea
ending.
what the hell they're trying to like hint at for more if that's just what they're doing there. I don't know. That's about it.
Would give it on the scale?
Oh, it's a dope. Yeah.
Dope. Not dope is dope. Just dope.
It's just dope.
Okay.
Not dope, it's dope.
Is that for the entire anime as a whole or this group of episodes?
Yeah, I think we got to do both, right? Like, so you got to rate this group of episodes and then the anime as a whole.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I'll give these dope. God, it's hard. It's hard saying like as a whole because I want to give it the dopest dope. I don't think I can. I really want to though, but it's just regular dope. I'm not gonna be upset if someone says they haven't seen it. You know,
Right.
I think that's a good metric.
That is.
As if you're just like, no, you need to watch this right now.
It's like, you know how we always talk about the people that watch all the anime. If you find one of those people, you're like, oh yeah, definitely go watch Dororo. It's cool, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody like, I've never seen anime, what should I start with? You would not be like, Dororo. No. Go start that shit.
Bible Black, that's it.
Bible Black, yep.
Bible Black or broke. All right. Cody, what's in your butt?
I took a mad shit earlier, so like not a whole lot.
Kind of airy out there.
I like it. Not a whole lot. There's levels there. That's like an onion
sock.
Levels.
Oh.
So I put a bunch of shit up there, right? I put like a couple of figures in there. I came in a cup and I kind of like dumped it in there, but
all right,
took that shit, you know.
Okay.
You wanted to start it. Look what you did.
Yeah,
that's
right?
cool. It's
You gonna come at me talking about okay? Come on. What's in butt? You know what's in butt. You in butt. You feel me?
I can open the door but still be frustrated when I see some shit come in. All right.
Okay. You're right. I'm really disappointed with Kyle's answer, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude, he asked what's in butt, and you just went directly to, like, normal anime.
What am I supposed to say? Your cum?
No.
Damn.
Well, I mean, like, okay, to be
not
fair.
Anymore.
To be
not
fair,
anymore. You already failed.
The way that I presented the questions was different. I said, what's in your butts about this? And then you specifically, I wanted to know what was in your butt.
Okay, gotcha. I like this group of episodes. I'm gonna start with just my rating. I'll give it the dopest dope. I'm a fight guy, you know. I like the fights, and these were super fucking cool. Like all of them. The Dororo versus his brother.
Every single time.
I wish that was in my butt. Like that was amazing.
Hyakimaru versus Taomaru.
God damn it! I called him Dororo.
Idiot.
Fuck this show, dude. Hyakimaru.
The show, even though I don't know people's names.
Yeah.
It's not Goku Ball Z.
Yeah, it is.
I thought you were about to say Goku versus Paul.
My favorite character
Phoenix,
in Dragon Ball Z is Dragon. Okay,
Nice.
he's awesome.
Dragon is my favorite.
When Dragon was fighting Freezer.
Dude, Dragon and Freezer fight, fucking A.
Mm.
No, I really like these episodes. The whole thing with what's his name? What's the brother's name?
Taomaru.
It's so dumb, dude. Towel. I'm gonna call him Towley.
Come on.
When Towley and his homies got the fucking demon shit in him, and then like the whole final thing was Hyakimaru trying to get his parts from those three. You know, that was just,
right. That's a good
beautiful.
twist.
It was so good. It was like we were wondering why he wasn't getting it. You know, because every time he killed a demon, like, he'd freak the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a sense of pride of accomplishment from.
Yeah. As a whole, though, I'm gonna just give it a normal dope because there was a lot of shit going through it where you guys were arguing a lot. Where it was very okay. It was super slow. They didn't really move the plot forward for like fucking 7 episodes.
Yeah.
I feel like this could have been shortened down to a 12-episode anime, and it would have been 12 times better.
Yep.
So, I'll just give it a dope. I don't even know if I'd recommend it for people that don't really fuck with anime because there's just a lot of shit you got to get through to get to the cool shit. You know, like it starts off cool as fuck, and then you got a huge lull.
I mean, I feel like you could recommend it just for, the sheer emotion of that, the prostitute girl arc.
Yeah, that was amazing.
If that was it, and the show ended like quickly after, I would have been like, yeah, you gotta watch it because like you're gonna be hit in the fucking gut. real fast.
Well, even like the emotion at the ending of the show, like the last couple episodes with Hyakkimaru and his mom and Dororo, that was awesome.
Yeah, everything about that. But also, it was just weird. I mean, like, they were all fine. They could have all lived. They were just like, no, we die now.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
I mean, they might have been able to live. Listen.
I get that there was a fire, but
there was a fire. The building was coming down. The kid was all fucked up. All right. Mom's like, I want to be with you forever. And then it happened.
She didn't even attempt to pick him up, though. She was like, no, we dying here. He's like, okay.
The only reason I agree with you is because that other dude was there too for no fucking reason. And he's like, I guess I'll die too. I don't fucking know. He's like, I came here to help Hyakkimaru, but you guys seem cool to die with. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was dumb as fuck, but yeah, I liked it. Liked it a lot.
So what do you give this group of episodes?
I told you this group of episodes dope is dope. I started it off with that. You dumb fuck.
And then
dope.
The entire show?
Dope.
And then
okay. What's in your butt about this, Harris? Well, thanks for asking, Harris. This group of episodes made me hate the last 5 episodes even more because of how much plot we just shoved into these group of episodes.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, okay, I'm gonna give you 2 perspectives on this. One, the shit that happens in these group of episodes makes the show worth watching because it's such a cool finale to these things. But if I had to rate the potential versus what we got, it's not even close. Like, we had the potential for so many cooler moments and so much more drawn out drama and like emotional impact and intensity. And they just kind of like ran out of time and just shoved it in. Like, I think we've talked about it before. It's the whole idea of like, you have this giant banner and you need to write happy birthday on it. So you make the H really fucking big, the A really fucking big, the P really fucking big. And you're like, fuck. All right, I'm out of space.
You need credit John Mulaney.
Yeah. Like, you just gotta like shove the P and the Y like really small in there so people can barely see it. So it just says hap, you know?
Happy.
It's so frustrating to me. Like, to watch all these great moments just get a sprinkle of tension and drama. And it really, this show really does the thing that a lot of anime do where they put all of the work of getting people what they want on the viewer and saying like, it's up to you to fill in these gaps. And this anime will only be as good as your creativity is and how much you're willing to put in. If someone watched this and said this was the worst shit of their fucking life, I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. And if someone watched this and said, this is the best shit of my fucking life, you need to watch it right now, I'd be like, okay.
All I hear is I'm more creative than you.
You could feel that way. I can see it. I just think that it's laziness on behalf of the people that created it. Like, they clearly were not aware of pacing because even at the really big emotional points, they like never let a moment fucking soak in. They kept jumping around to different.
Yeah, dude, I always hate that shit.
Like,
it's because they wanted to get across those moments for every fucking character. So they're like, well, here's Hyakkimaru doing it. But wait a minute, Dororo's also doing it. But hold on, what about his dad and his mom? We forgot about the brother though. What about his friends? And then you're like,
we never even really got like a good like emotional soak of the main character. Not main character. You know what I mean.
But that's why that arc,
Hyakkimaru.
With Hyakkimaru and the whole communist, like that was like the most powerful story in the entire show. And that was the theme that like went through the entire show.
Whole communist.
Like, and it was like, we got that and that was done amazingly. And that should have been it. But we got like,
I mean, it also like, it shows that they can do it. Like, just like,
exactly.
Very well. And then they like, they didn't quite hit as hard on the ones, on the punches that really count.
Right. And like, like exactly like Cody said, this was 24 episodes. This easily could have been 12 or 13 episodes.
It would have been so much better.
And it would have been so much better and
way
condensed.
More, like the emotion that you felt in that first half, you know, especially at the season finale, they could have kept going. And then they
I don't
just
know about
like
12 episodes, but like I see what you're saying.
There was at least a total of 8 episodes that were completely like just driving points home that we got from that first story.
Yeah.
We don't need it
Yeah,
again.
it could have been 12. They would have just like obviously had to written it like differently, but it
Right.
definitely
Yeah.
could have been 12 and it could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. I always hate it when a show is like, "Oh, we're gonna do X things." Like, "Oh, we have 12 demons," and then they go like, "Here's the first one, 44, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
Okay, now the last." You're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, why make it that number if you're only gonna show me 3?" Like,
or this could have been drawn out over 2 more episodes, right? Like, and like you could have had everything you had, but like give us a little bit more room to breathe and feel things in the last couple of episodes. Because when I looked at this and I was watching episode 23 and I was like, all right, cool. This is really great. I'm really excited where this is going. And I was like, there is 1 episode left. I was like, there is not enough time for me to feel anything about this.
Yeah.
And for me to be like emotionally invested in what's about to happen in 20 minutes.
Yeah, if they would have
Also,
stretched
did
out
you
the
guys-
last 5 in that 7 episode lull that we had.
Exactly.
If they would have just like made, all right, these episodes we can stretch like this fight or this like thing that they're trying to convey over 2 episodes. Just do that like 3 times. Like it would have been way more coherent, I feel. Because the 7 that wasn't like a big part of it. Just I don't know, like they were trying to push their theme out that they tried to push out through the entire fucking show, but we've seen it. We've seen it so many times.
Which the resolution was just exposition. Like that was the most frustrating thing to me. It was like all of these themes, the resolution wasn't the actions that happened, it was exposition. It was Dororo saying, this is how this theme is resolved.
Yeah.
And it was a priest saying, this is how this theme is resolved. And I was like, are you kidding me, dude? You spent all this time giving me these themes, and then you use the media like a fucking book. Why would you do that? Show it to me.
And then they show like Dororo getting older and becoming a woman, and then like
just like
Hyakkimaru standing there. Like, what was that? Am I supposed to believe that Dororo is going to find him when she gets
again?
older?
Like it was,
but also like that's a long time. That's a very upsetting thing to be like these characters went through so much together, and then they didn't see each other for at least 10 years. Right? Like, okay.
Right. It's again, it's one of those things where it's like leave it up to the viewer to put in what they want to it. So it's like, you know, and I get it, and like I can like I said, if someone tells me it's the best thing they've ever seen, I'd be like, okay, that's cool, man. Yeah. But if they tell me it's the worst thing they've ever seen, I'd be like, yeah, no, you're right too. You know,
all of this makes sense.
It's
also,
just frustrating.
Did you guys have whiplash? Not whiplash. It was like book syndrome. Like it's a little bit meta, like to talk about for like a story, but like, okay, when someone's telling you a story, you don't know when the end is coming. When you're holding a book, you're like halfway through the book and like an event could be happening. You're like, well, I still got half the book, so I fucking know. When he confronts his brother and it's episode 21 and there's like 3 more episodes, I'm like, I can't. Yeah.
I was like, okay, this fight's gonna go on for a minute.
I couldn't get too into it, which was like a real fucking problem. And like, should I fault the show for that, or just me for like looking at the fucking book length or on that, like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get what you mean. I try not to ever think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a valid criticism or not, because you can't make it actually feel too climactic.
Yeah.
If you know it's not near the end.
I mean, so like the reason why you feel that way is because you know that the season's over, right?
Yeah.
You know, like when you're watching it live, you don't know how long the show is going to be unless you look it up.
Yeah. So but even then, like if you're watching it like day by day, right? You know that, I mean, there's still like 3 more episodes.
To be on the other side of that, and again, everyone knows I like wrestling, but like the thing with wrestling is like you don't ever know when a story's going to end. Because like it could, like, here's a pay-per-view, this is a big event, oh well, this story's still going to keep going. Like, yeah, you literally don't know when a story's going to end, and that's how they get you to keep watching, right?
Well, a lot of that is on the writers of the show too, because even when you know there's 4 episodes left or whatever, That fight could have been resolved that episode, right? And then some other conflict could have happened during.
Yeah, I mean, like Game of Thrones was really good at that. Like the big events that happened in that show happened like an episode or two before the season finale. So you're like, oh, nothing's gonna happen at the season finale. 2 episodes before, you're like, oh, that main character just got murked. Okay,
yeah, that shit was always just so good. Like,
and seeing the fallout of that.
So I get
stop reminding me how good the show was sometimes.
It's Game of Thrones is the most important piece of storytelling media that people that create stories need to watch, because it literally proves the point. It doesn't matter how good you are at the beginning of a story. It literally matters how you end the fucking story.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like if you just
can ruin the entire fucking story, no matter how amazing and great it was in the beginning. You could just shit on it at the end, and no one will care about it.
There's so many shows that like we loved throughout the past decades, right? Mm-hmm. That we now don't even mention because we just remember the 3rd and 4th season, and that's what's in our mind when we think about it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, for me, I give these group of episodes dope as dope. Overall, I give this a choke. This anime was not it for me.
Ooh.
I would not rewatch this anime. If I was going to, I would just think about it really hard and just think about how I would write it differently. And it would probably be better in my head than it would be whatever happened here. Like the I'd go and watch like a compilation of the fights because the fights were really cool. But like in between the animations, like so many parts of this animation just like hurt my soul. And like I don't know what the budget was, but like it was not enough. It was just not enough, or these animators just didn't care, and they were like, "Whatever, dude. People have watched anime; they get it." And it's like,
but the problem is like when the animation was good, it was so good.
It was really fucking good, but like, you can't give me peaks and valleys and just like, I'm not just gonna think about the peaks.
You're right, but I'm still sad that some parts were so good.
They were really good. I went to a Halloween store yesterday, and I was like, oh, maybe what should I do for Halloween? And I looked at a picture of Taumaru with the 3 eyes, and I was like, I want to do this because I could just do like eyeliner and just like I got a big fucking forehead because I'm bald.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just get the eye right here, and like I'll wear a wig and shit. I'm like, that's banging, bro.
Yeah, that'd be dope as hell.
Like it's awesome. All the character designs in this show are fucking amazing, but some of the stuff.
The show really has like an extra element that makes it like very signature in some ways. Like a lot of it just feels unique without being like so out there. But also, everything you're saying. Like I lightly agree to strongly agree with most of it. It's just doesn't weigh me down on it.
How did you guys feel about the like the demons he killed to get his body back? They weren't like quote unquote boss demons, you know, like a lot of them were just like, oh, he just murdered a random thing and got a thing back, and you're like, okay.
It did get kind of weird that the show's premise was basically this, and then it just like it was never a challenge at any point in the story, so it's not like maybe that's why I was less frustrated with that, because it like we never saw him like really struggle. We had one Sarlacc pit that like
that ate his
kind of fucked him up.
Yeah, I mean that's back right away.
That's why I wrote the intro to these episodes in this manner, because this show is barely about demons. Like it's more about human on human conflict. So like none of the demons seem like a big boss because they're not. They're just characters, and they suck at fighting. Like there's not a demon that was good at all. Like every demon got fucking wrecked within a matter of seconds. They could take on the normal like, you know, NPCs, but can't fuck with the main character.
The normal NPCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Plot. The plot economy is very weird in this anime.
You guys gotta do spooky plot. It's Plottober.
Oh yeah. I have something to tell you.
Blood.
Can we talk about this later?
No, see now what we need to do is just be silent for a couple of seconds, right? Just be really quiet and then just like scream plot real quick for the jump scare.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna lie. When you first started the plot, it kind of scared the shit out of me.
There you go. See?
I didn't know you were done talking.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yeah.
He needs to just do it like at random intervals. Like we'll be like trying to make a point. You know, just be like, plot, don't care.
Yeah,
Let's
don't
go.
care. Fuck your fucking opinion, dude. Plot.
There you go. Episode 20. Taomaru and the boys, which I found out in this group of episodes that one of the boys is actually a girl, but I'm gonna keep calling them the boys.
Okay.
Girls come up on a part.
Girls can be boys, dude. What are you doing? We're inclusive here at the Anime Trap House. Why you fucking?
I don't know how they identify themselves.
The boys,
but they are referenced by their brother as she. But they're still the boys. Taomaru and the boys come up on a part of the domain that is ravaged by plague and famine, and show that they're still good people trying to help their people. Like some dude comes up and he's got like a dead kid, and he's like,
Yeah.
You have some food? And he's like, yeah. He's like, like Taomaru's like, here's some food. Like I know things are kind of like weird right now, but like I still just care about my people, and that's all I'm about.
Here's some rice, and he's like, take some nibbies.
Yeah.
The guy's got like
bite.
giant
He
buck
has
teeth.
one giant. It's not even buck teeth. There's no plural. It's one giant tooth, like a fucking like a rabbit.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I got buck teeth, but that boy's got buck teeth. You know?
No, that boy got buck tooth. He got one buck tooth.
Demons that come after him are called buck hunters. Dororo realizes he hasn't noticed fall colors before because he was too worried about surviving to appreciate the landscape.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
And
Believe it.
And he gives him some food, showing that he has grown.
Yeah. Fucking big negative points on Hyakumaru as a protagonist. How long of a journey have they been on? Not one time has it been like, hey, I found this. You know?
Episode 20, he comes in, he's like, hey, I think this is food.
Got some food. And Dororo's like, holy shit, you're giving me food?
Holy shit, you're giving me food?
Maybe this whole time he just didn't know. Like he was just like, I think this is
Dororo's like, listen, my mom was just the dumbest person alive, right? But at least she gave me food, like from her hands.
Dororo keeps watching him like chew on a branch. He's like, that's not food still.
He's like, it's not food, dude.
That's a rock. It's not food.
Here, is this food?
Food? See, it's really, this anime could have very easily been a slice of life comedy. You know,
you're right.
Yuck and Dororo like wander through the woods with Yuck just like biting random shit. Food. And like Dororo's like, no.
Yeah, they really missed a lot of comedy moment potential.
Dororo explains how seasons and colors work for people with real eyes, and Hyuk says he enjoys Dororo's stories, and Dororo's like, you're different now. Yeah, you're different now. Like, okay. It was really cute. These two like scenes were really cute, and I really dug it. But like again, this was really good. But the goodwill of this scene, they tried to stretch out by skipping over other things in other scenes. You know what I mean?
And also, he kind of like, can we just mention Dororo was like, oh, it's like red, but not like demons. You know, like how do you know? You can't fucking tell.
Yeah, how do you? You can't see demon colors.
It's not like he was ever like, oh, they are red, and you're like, how do you know what red is? Like,
I think at one point the priest had explained it to him.
Oh yeah.
Like when they were like at the campfire or something.
You don't even know why or how he's blind. He's got like a quarter in one eye.
Do you think if Hyakumaru had his eyes at that point, he would have just started spinning at all the leaves, like it's all fucking red? And then
he's like, he looks around, slowly takes his arms off. Like,
yeah, he's like, what
fuck am I looking
at?
I don't have enough battery for this.
There's a lot of demons around.
They meet someone named Dice Spot Saburota, which I don't know why he's called Dice.
Dice Spot. I don't know, dude. Maybe he liked to gamble a lot. Maybe him and his mom were always fucking
I guess. This guy tells them about the demon in the area and shows off his sick battle scars on his chest. You want to know how I got these scars? By abandoning my mom.
Cut that bitch's arm off.
Right.
It's so fucked up, dude.
This was his backstory is really fucked up.
It's really fucked up. It was a lot.
Sucked.
It was a lot.
Just holding him back. I don't know.
Yeah,
Right.
dude.
Saburota says the demon ate his mom and he feels empty about it. And Hyakkimaru is a bit apprehensive about Saburota. He's like, let's go, Dororo. I don't know about this dude. Like, what is he doing staring at us with his water just dripping off his chin, you know?
It was a weird fucking cut between him being like, yeah, we're gonna go, to like him just talking to them later. I was like, you guys just letting him.
He's like Hyuk sees some like red around him. He's like, okay. Let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
I'm starting to spin. We gotta go. I feel the spin coming.
Hyakkimaru squares off against Nue, which is a chimera with a snake tail, lion demon face, tiger body, bear front legs, and eagle hind legs.
It was cool as hell.
That was beautifully put.
This is a normal creature in Japanese mythology. That's why it shows up in like so many different media. This bitch just showed up in not Dororo, Boruto. This thing's in Persona 5. Like this thing's everywhere. But yeah, it looks really cool. I like it. Nue.
It's probably like from something where like a taxidermist or someone who just had a bunch of bones like put it together. Like, I found something. Look,
or like a state alchemist that like had to get money for his grants to continue his.
Okay,
you're the one making it now.
You did it this time. I don't like that it's called Nue because the mom's name is like Nui.
Mm-hmm.
Like this thing is Nui and his mom's name is Nue, and it confused the shit out of me. Like it is mom fucking.
I'm not proud of the jokes that I made about this. Okay,
you did this.
Saburota reveals that he sides with Nue because watching people die to Nue makes him feel good. Daigo gets a report that a statue in the Hall of Hell is making a sound like a heartbeat. You know, and I just think about Childish Gambino song Heartbeat, and like you go in there and you just kind of like faintly hear it, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Heartbeat.
Like what is this? I don't know. Dororo and Hyuk get caught up in a landslide, and Dororo's arm is stuck in rocks, and water starts to fill up around him. Hyakkimaru struggles sadly to free Dororo and screams in despair. And the priest comes to save Dororo. This was a scene.
This was really
I thought for a second they might actually just kill Dororo, and I was like, can you?
Yeah. I was I thought Dororo was gonna tell Hyakkimaru to cut his arm off.
Yeah.
You know?
The entire time I was watching, I was like, are they gonna have some like weird, like hilarious scene where like he's like, I gotta cut your arm off, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, it's not that bad. You get a little knife in your arms.
Can't do anything without my arm. Come on, dude. Come on. Like I'm right here.
Then we're gonna have some like weird like argument about how like Dororo's trying to stop him from getting his arms back. He's like, they're not that important. And he's like, then why are you fucking now they're important, huh?
This is where I went into like my whole like writing hole for a second, because this was a long scene.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, what's gonna happen, right? Hyuk's gonna cut Dororo's arm off, right? And then he's gonna get his arm back, but he's gonna give his arm to Dororo, right? And be like, my body is not as important as my relationship with you, and that's gonna show Hyakkimaru's growth.
Would have one giant man arm.
just knuckles dragging
just fucking like a Rick and Morty episode. It's just this big ass thing has got his own mind and everything.
Dororo's fucking like just slouched to the side because she can't walk. No, I thought either he was gonna cut her arm off, or the Saburato dice man gambler dude was gonna come down, and then Hyakkimaru was gonna like beg or some shit. But then the Deus Ex Machina machine came and fucking saved the day.
Yeah, that guy. That guy is
I
literally
don't
the
get that.
worst. I don't know.
That's
I don't
all
get
he
that guy
is.
though.
I don't
Like,
know his
dude is
fucking like relevance to the
he's
story. Like,
literally just a plot device. Like that's
Yeah.
all his entire role in this show is just plot device.
It's like when you feel like tension or something, you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? He comes in to ruin it. I hate
Right.
the fucking priest, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. He did nothing. He was nothing the
No,
entire
wasn't.
show.
his big old lima bean looking.
I'm telling
Right,
you, he's
dude?
literally just a plot device. Like he
Fucking-
explained to Dororo how Hyakkimaru works, right? Like every time he was around, it was like a little bit more exposition. Like it was like that character was supposed to be the character that explained to the viewers and readers like
Yeah.
how things are working, but he never did a good enough job.
He didn't do shit. He was just there to fucking make it look like Tyler 1 has a normal head, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Headphones never gonna fall off his head. Look at it.
He could lean all the way back with his headphones and they would never come off.
Oh my God.
It hit that lima bean
man.
hump.
Yeah.
Oh, I have two thoughts at the same time looking.
Oh man. But yeah, this scene was tough to watch. His fake arm broke. Hyakkimaru's fake arm broke while he was trying to move the rocks. He started smashing his head against the rocks, like bleeding and shit, just trying to get him to move.
Yeah, he was just so frustrated and helpless feeling.
And that's again like the voice actor for Hyakkimaru when he screams.
so good.
Breaks my fucking heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I would hire him to be at my funeral.
Great.
Yeah! Kyle! Everybody's standing around like, what are you doing?
Who is he?
What is he? Who the fuck is this? He's just
Nobody else is this sad.
During the attempt, Hyakkimaru laments the fact that he doesn't have his real arms because his fake arms broke trying to save Dororo. Saburota's backstory happens, and basically what happens is him and his mom traveling, and then they come on Nue, and he drops his mom, or he gets fucked up by the thing, and his mom's like, hey, help me, and Nue eats the mom in front of him, but like that's what we saw at this point, but then we get more later on, and what really happens is that he got scared by this thing, turned around, just blindly swung his sword, cut his mom's arm off, which was stuck to the back of his kimono.
Yeah, because she was
and
like,
he went
trying
all
to
the way.
get him to help her.
Yeah. He went all the way to a fucking village with this hand just on his fucking kimono. And so everyone knew that he was a piece of shit and like just abandoned his mom. And then a group of people were like, hey, let's go kill this thing together. And then they go and he watches Nue kill all these people. And he's just like, yeah, this is what's going to be my mom now.
You're my new mom.
Yeah.
You got some fucking milk.
It was crazy. This was a good ass backstory.
It was really good. This was probably one of my favorite ones.
I think this episode in general is my favorite episode of the entire show.
You know why I like this one so much? Because it wasn't the same backstory that the other fucking 9 demons we seen had. Like, I was a good guy, then I'm still a good guy, but bad stuff happened.
It's very similar to the statue story, but like it's much better. Like in my opinion, out of these are the very similar ideas of like, dude doesn't know what to do with his life, so he's just working for this demon. But this one just like it had so much more emotion and like empathy connected to it,
Mm-hmm.
I
liked it.
But yeah. Saburota then thinks about feeding himself to Nue. Hyakkimaru goes after Nue again because he wants his arms back, and Saburota is super upset that Hyuk is winning against Nue, and then lets Nue eat him. Yeah. Nue gets grosser and grows wings and like has Saburota coming out.
We go full Final Fantasy with this shit.
It's really good, yeah. Like this, if this was Dororo or if this was Hyakkimaru's dad, I would not be surprised. That's how Final Fantasy it got.
It was crazy.
And I want to Dororo when Dororo was drowning and Hyakkimaru shattered his arm trying to save him. He gets like pissed off at himself because he was helpless, and he's like, I need my fucking arms right now.
Yeah.
And that's why he didn't go back there like, oh fuck, I gotta go kill this demon. He went back there in like a full tism fit. Like he was raging.
He's like, give me my fucking arms.
They are my arms.
It was yeah, it's really good.
It was a good motivation for him to just like for him to like basically lose it. Like
Yep.
he was like taking it slow, kinda, and then like after almost losing the only person he cares about, he's like, "Yup,
Yep.
Time to yuck the fuck out, dude.
Yep.
it's
Again,
goof time."
you could have put this episode so much earlier and like just expedited everything, because this episode alone literally gave me enough emotion about why Hyuk wants his arm so bad and
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
Dororo means to him.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
needed to sprinkle some of these throughout so you could build up that Hyakumaru
Yeah,
rage,
there was
and then
too
at
many
the end when he
episodes.
snaps, like it would
Yeah.
it would have just felt way more powerful.
Yeah, there was too many episodes where I didn't know what the Roomba was thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, is he
That's what
trying
I'm
to
saying.
spin? Is he trying
Literally,
to just hang
literally,
out?
people were asking him, "Why do you want your body back?" And he's like, "'Cause it's my fucking body." Not like because I literally am useless to Dororo in certain
Yeah.
situations. Dororo shows up and sees the aftermath of the battle where Hyuk kills Saburota while he's in the head of Nue, and then continues to stab Nue because he didn't get any body parts back after it died, and he's just screaming, "Give it back," which was, again, such a powerful emotional scene of like, again, giving us more context into what this character is. It's not, he's
Mhm.
not just a murder Roomba. He literally has a goal of like, I need my body back because it's important to me, because I can't protect the people that I care about because I don't have them.
Mhm.
And it's just fucking amazing. And Dororo's like trying to stop him, and it's like, look, dude, like he doesn't have it. Stop. Slow the fuck down.
Yeah.
And then the priest is there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a
He's like a
problem.
bad guy. He might turn into
Yeah,
bad guy.
you're
demon.
gonna be
You
a
never
bad
know.
guy.
You
You
never know.
fight with when you stare into the abyss stares back." I'm like, I get it.
Check out my head. I can think twice. I know what I'm talking about.
I got a forethought and a backup thought. I don't know why I turned into Alex Jones there.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if Dororo or if Hyakumaru keeps going, he's gonna turn to fucking frog scale. I don't know.
I can't think about this too hard. My head wrinkle get deeper.
You see this fucking vein? It's gonna pop out.
A statue in the Hall of Hell cracks, and Hyakumaru decides it's time to go straight to Daigo to get his body back. Which, again, like, this was obviously going to be the thing that happens.
Yeah.
Why give us all the filler that just happened?
Yeah, like why
Like,
do
this
it
episode
now?
alone made me so fucking mad about the last 5 episodes that I watched, because this was the first episode, and I was like, you literally just could have put this in front of everything, and I would have been like, I'm in, I'm sold, I'm done,
Yeah.
I'm here. And that's the end of this episode, and I gave this episode of Final Fantasy out of Bleach.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The music went in my head as soon as he like grew out of his head. I was like, okay, yep, it's Final Fantasy now.
Yeah.
Dad,
It was so gross, dude. It was so gross. Like when Dororo came up and he seen Hyakumaru just with his sword through the dude's chest, and then he just takes it off.
So whenever I think about Final Fantasy bosses, I think about in Final Fantasy X, there's a boss that you fight on Mount Gagazet. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yep, I know.
But the last thing he says before the fight starts is, "I'm going to end you, and I'm going to save the world." And I don't. the last thing he says is, "And your meaningless existence with it."
Ooh.
Like that's the last sentence. So whenever I think about it, I think about that sentence, and I just get mad all over again, because this was in the original Final Fantasy X. You could not skip cutscenes, so I watched that cutscene so many fucking times in my life because I could not beat that guy. So I just thought, I just thought about this creature going up and saying, "And your meaningless existence with it," and I was like, all right, here we go.
You're like, God damn it!
It's fucking PTSD. And now I make sure I'm very over leveled when I go back and play that, and just fucking shit on them. Like I'll even kill one of my characters in the beginning just to be like, this is how far I've come, dude. I will fuck you with 2 people.
I don't even need my teammates.
I don't even need the full team, dude. You only get 66% strength. Episode 21. 21. Dororo
21.
tries to slow Hyakkimaru down as he continues towards Daigo's land. Daigo gets information about Asakura's army coming up on his land and prepares for war.
What are you doing?
From Ricky Bobby, you know, when he's like, prepare for war. And he's like, okay.
Oh, when Sacha Baron Cohen does it, yeah.
Some of Daigo's men separate a white horse from its foal. Baby horse. What's the name? Calf.
Yeah.
Calf? No, that's cow.
It's full.
It's full. Okay, got it. I'm fucking
foul.
Foul. No, that's a duck. Some of Daigo's men separate. Nope, that's what I just read. Taomaru overhears a report that Daigo gets about Hyakkimaru's movement and says, "I'll take care of him." And Daigo says, "Whatever, dude. I see that look in your eye. You're trying to bust your nut. Just go."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just go watch this guy. He tells his right hand man, "Go watch this kid because he's still a kid. He's gonna be on some shit. Bet."
Bet.
Look at bet.
Dororo tries to explain to Hyakkimaru if he kills his family, he won't have anyone left. And Hyakkimaru says, "I'll have you. I don't need them. I have you. But I need my arms in case you get stuck with a boulder with water rising, and I can't move the boulder, and the priest isn't around."
He's like, you remember?
It was very specific.
You almost just died, you remember?
Right.
My arm shattered, dude. Like, Deus Ex
what we gonna do?
Machina fucking Lima Bean Head had to come in and save you.
Right. We get Hyogo and Mutsu's, which is Tarumaru's boys, backstory. They're basically like, war prisoners, and then they get saved by Daigo, and then Daigo raises them as Tarumaru's retainers. I think wards is the correct term, but you know, he's like, "Hey, Tarumaru, these are your boys now for life." And Tarumaru's like, "Okay."
You know, your childhood friend, like you have you little play dates with like prisoners of war. I don't know.
Right.
Like it's cute.
It's cute.
I remember that.
Right. I remember my first prisoner war date.
They were like, "We're so hungry."
They're like, "We're so hungry," and I was like, "Someone get this guy some fruit snacks. Like, come on." He's not playing house with me correctly. You know,
I'm trying to play Crash Bandicoot.
Right.
He's
got passing out. Pick up your sticks,
friends. Kid. Dad, you're scary. You keep talking to demons, dude. I just need friends. Go to this war camp.
And we find out that Mutsu has the plague.
Yeah, it's weird how you get the plague when you go and fucking hug a dude who's dying from it. Like, oh shit, he's dying from this weird thing. Let's lick his neck or whatever the fuck.
No fucking mask.
Right, dude? Just one to spread the fucking COVID.
Just straight Wisconsin over there.
Ooh, that's right.
Taomaru and his crew head out to confront Hyakkimaru. Mama Hyuk, whose name is Nui, and I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, it's not the monster. What kind of monster? Hears about Hyakkimaru's movements and understands that his and Taomaru's motivations are at odds with each other. And she says shit like, "If I wasn't a lord's wife and a mother, I could make the right decision. But since I'm both, I can't make the right decision."
Which
such a shit fucking cop out.
So dumb, dude. How about you just be a good person? Then you make the right decision.
Hyakkimaru almost impales some dude for telling him that Daigo's land is all fucked up and don't go there. And then Dororo still tries to stop Hyakkimaru because he doesn't want him to be not him. He's like, "If you keep doing this, you're gonna be not you."
He's really like, his Lord of the Rings, though.
Yeah.
He says, "Don't be demon, don't be bad guy."
Mm-hmm.
Like Frodo trying to get his legs back. His arms back. And Sam's like, "I gotta make sure my friend gets back."
Let me hold the ring, Hyakkimaru.
Yeah. So then something happened in this scene that like fucked me up for the entire thing. Was like, okay, Hyakkimaru has these hands, right, that like move in all these different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when his sword comes out, right? His sword comes out. It's just a sword. We see it. We see what's
Yeah, you
underneath.
just now think about this.
Yeah. And then the dude, like, he puts the hand back on and instantly is able to move his fingers again.
Yeah,
And I was like,
talked about this last episode. I was like, what kind of fucking magic technology is that, dude?
There's a scene though too that happens, I think, around here, where Dororo or Hyakkimaru goes to rub Dororo's face, and not a single finger moves, and the animation is just like this. It's just like fucking.
Yeah. It's right here.
The hand doesn't move. Yeah, but I'm saying, why do they do that? But then also show him fucking just
because the show just like it has these ideas and it doesn't want to like sacrifice any realism for those.
Yeah.
So it just makes a lot of plot points kind of really goofy when you ignore them.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to know what technology they got, dude. I'll cut my arms off right now if you can give me a hand that works,
dude,
and I have a sword underneath.
It looks like literally just some bamboo just wrapped around in a circle. Like I don't know.
Well, they got magic then, and I want Harris to be my sword pimp bitch to like take my fucking arm, bitch.
Assistant sword.
Take my arm. Take my arm.
Take my arm.
I'll fucking oil up the inside to make sure it's nice and smooth.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You be best sword pimp, bitch, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hyakkimaru says he wants to be able to see and feel Dororo's face, and that's why he wants his arms back. There's more backstory for Hyogo and Mutsu that I already went over, and then Daigo's army sets out. Taomaru and the boys square off against Hyakkimaru and notice that he is different. And Hyakkimaru cuts off Mutsu's right arm and Hyogo's left arm. Uh-oh. I was like, yep. Okay. That just straight up. We're just separating the opposite arm for these people, like
I wasn't expecting
gonna telegraph it,
I didn't think about it. I was just like, damn.
I wasn't expecting the arms to come off. Like he stabs her arm, and then dude runs up to try to stop him, and it's just instantly arm off, and then his arm off. I'm like, what the fuck? Are these people just dying right now?
It happened so fast. I was like, and he just got the arms, and it was the opposite arms. Like, all right. I'm like, he already took Taomaru's eye, like he's probably gonna take his other eye right now, which again I'm happy that didn't happen. The thing that happened that was so much cooler.
Much cooler. The arm thing was definitely telegraphed. I seen it right away. I did not see the eye thing. I didn't even think about it like when Taomaru lost the eye. But the arm thing, as soon as they were like sitting on the horses next to each other and like each one is gone, I'm like, that's dude's arms. They're coming back somehow. I don't fucking know.
They're gonna come back.
They're gonna come back.
Hyuk is winning against Taomaru and gets a slash across Taomaru's forehead like right above his eye. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Until Daigo's right-hand man shows up with that white horse from the beginning that got separated from its foal and makes the horse do a kamikaze attack against Hyakkimaru with explosions.
This also, I just never would have thought coming. This fucking, this show does some really cool fucking things. Like, I would have never guessed, like, all right, we got this horse, right? Strap some fucking bombs to its ass, light them up, and then let it go. Like, what?
Yeah.
That was very premeditated, is what I'm saying. Yeah. He's like, all right.
Yeah, he took that horse. He's like, I want your finest horse so I could blow it up.
Right. Taomaru's pissed off because he's like, dude, I wanted to fucking kill him. And now we can't get his body back because you fucking blew him up. And then gets drugged by Daigo's right-hand man. And then they kidnap Dororo. Like this happened very quickly. And I was just like got whiplash because he was like, Taomaru's like, no, I'm going to go fucking get his body. And the dude's like, go sleep. And then starts yelling at the other two. He's like, fuck you doing? Why is this dude saving you? You're supposed to save him. And then they grab Dororo and they're like, get the fuck out of here. Let's go.
The whole go to sleep thing doesn't make sense. Why would you not go get the body? Why would you not make sure he's dead?
Right.
You don't think the Lord would have wanted that? That's the main thing the dude fucking wants, and you're gonna be like, no, go to sleep.
Right. Or like just kill Dororo. Like, why are you kidnapping him? I don't understand.
They were like, oh, he's too scary. We gotta go.
Right. Yeah, it didn't make sense because they're like, oh shit, we blew him up. Let's go kill him. But no. Instead, let's take Dororo just in case he's still alive and he comes.
Right. But also the pure omniscience of just being like, Oh yeah, that guy that just fell off a cliff after a horse exploded on him. He's still alive for
Probably
sure.
still alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they didn't even look down. They were just like, he's alive. We know.
Yeah.
We know. Take his kid.
Hyuk
Child
Amaru is
Protective
still alive, and
Services.
some real demonic shit starts happening and makes the white horse into a Rapidash. Like, legitimately a Rapidash. But
100%.
imagine if this was the only way to get a Rapidash in real life. Like, you have to get a Ponyta, and it has to blow itself up around a bunch of other dead bodies, and then it evolves into Rapidash, you know?
Awesome.
Be
That's
worth
the
it.
Pokemon game I want.
Right. Or like a bunch of Mr. Mimes. Like, you have to have 2 Mr. Mimes in your party faint in a fight, and then have your Ponyta win via like self-destruct, right?
Which I don't even think it can learn.
And then at the end of the fight, Ponyta evolves into Rapidash.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That's the kind of shit I want from Pokemon, you know?
Yeah, dude.
I'd hate that so much. Set up on it. Oh my god, it'd be so much like hassle.
If like all the evolving in Pokemon was like that complicated, like you had to do
Yeah.
random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be all.
I hate and love like when they like make it complicated because it's neat and cute, but like also I don't want to feel like I have to like look shit up.
Yeah.
In order, like it'd be fine if in game they were like, oh, here's a little hint, like you could like piece it together and figure it out. But like a lot of times it feels like there ain't no way I'm supposed to like figure this.
Yeah,
shit
like
out.
some of the new like Eevee evolutions are like you have to use this stone on this place to at this time to like get it to
Yeah.
evolve. I'm like, dude, just what? Like, Espeon and Umbreon already fucked me up. They're like, it has to be at max happiness level at night or day, and it was like, just too much. You're doing too much.
Yeah. And like, when are you ever gonna figure that out in game? Like, who says
Yeah.
that to you? Like, hey, I don't
Right.
know, make it really happy at night. Purdue
Right.
says, what if you needed to transmute Pokemon with the defeated gym leaders?
Oh, I like that.
Like, all right, Lieutenant Surge, our Pikachu, go eat Lieutenant Surge's body.
Oh no. And that's the end of the episode. And I gave this episode a 2020 out of Pokemon. Because the
Yeah,
Plague.
because the
yeah
The
COVIDs.
Cover.
Cover. Episode 22. The real Mama Hyuk, the fucking prosthetic dude guy, hears Dororo and sees Daigo's seal on the people, and he's like, "Hey, that's that seal that kid that I found one time had." And that's the end. That's the scene.
Yep.
Hyakamaru is big mad and teams up with this new Rapidash.
Yeah, he's like, they took my kid.
Yeah.
It's time to go,
He's like all
Rapidash.
taken, but like with a Rapidash, and
He's like, listen, you might be red, but I don't feel like spinning. I also want be red too.
that was a ghoul. It wasn't a demon.
It's the same shit.
Taomaru talks to Hyogo and finds out that Mutsu has the plague.
Got the cover.
And Taomaru's like, "Oh, let me see you." Like, don't. And Hyogo's like, "Listen, dude. Science."
Yeah, Hyoga's like, it's from China. We
Okay.
can't let you go in there.
No, I think it's the other way around. I think Taomaru's like,
Taomaru's like, it's just
it's
from
not
China.
real.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just some bullshit. Let me in. And Hyogo's like, "No, listen, dude. Stop." Kind of weird that they understood that back then.
I saw some Facebook memes.
Right?
Don't.
Yeah.
Just saying. Dororo fears for Hyakamaru's soul and then gets freed by Mama Hyuk. And then they have a whole talk about Hyakamaru and like it's cute, but again, like it's a whole bunch of exposition about Dororo telling Nui, whatever, like this is what your son is like, and this is all the shit that he had to go through, and it's awful, and blah blah blah. And it was like, no, I get it. Like now she's gonna be like, yeah, I care about my kid, like I understand. Mutsu then disappears to the Hall of Hell to ask for demons for help. Mama Hyuk helps Dororo run away and then decides to run away as well, and then they crash a boat into some rocks.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to help you escape. And then she's like, wait, I want to come too.
Right.
You're like, why? You already said, like, fuck you to your kid. What are you doing?
Right.
Why are you taking it back all of a sudden?
She's probably like, I just helped this kid escape. If I go back, it's not gonna go well for me. So I just
I'm
Like
gonna go
every
back and
deadbeat dad.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
explain to the dad like how what is right, what is just, what we could
Right.
do, and then he's just gonna look at me and be like politics, and then walk away.
Right. He's just gonna fill a sock with some nickels and just beat the shit out of me about it, you know? So
She comes in like every deadbeat dad, and like when you're like 20 something years old, like, oh, I could be a father now. You're like, mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Too real. Too real.
mm-mm.
Hyakkimaru and Rapidash use outrage against the Daigo army. Mama Hyuk and Dororo get saved by a group of outcasts from Daigo's domain and meet up with the priest as well. And they're called invalids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Pretty fucked up.
man, that is a rough word to be using on people that are like injured from the war. You
They are
know?
no longer
Like, look at
valid.
these
They're not
fucking
valid
idiots.
people.
I never
Harris, do you ever feel
like that.
feel bad when you make like a reference or a joke and not one of us makes a single noise to it? Like,
No,
you
because
did the
I-
Rapidash thing, you did the Pokemon thing with Rapidash, and we both just like stared
Yeah,
and just said
that's
we didn't
fine.
even give you anything.
That's
you know?
okay.
It's okay.
That's okay. I am confident enough in my ability to summarize things with things that I know that they don't all need to be funny. They just need to convey the point.
Okay.
Yeah, it conveyed it.
Well, it conveyed it very well.
Like when you guys don't say anything, it makes me feel better because it means that it wasn't funny because I'm stupid. And it got the point across well enough that you guys don't have to add anything to it.
Or it means
Yeah,
we're
that's
too stupid to understand it. So
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna call you guys comedic invalids, you know. I wasn't gonna say that, but if you
Mr.
want to say that about y'all,
Condescending.
right?
condescending. piece of shit.
And then the priest is here too for more plot exposition. It's like, oh, you know how you crash into those rocks? Well, these guys saved you. Like, no,
Yeah,
I got it.
He literally.
I got it. We're here and there's people. They likely saved us. It's not like we just hit these rocks and then woke up here and people are like, I don't know. They're here. The white foal from the beginning is here too. Mama Hyuk and Dororo have more discussions about Mama Hyakkimaru and Dororo have more discussions about Hyakkimaru, about like his soul and a bunch of other shit, you know, like, oh yeah, he might be doing bad guy stuff because he might be bad guy because people took his body when he was a baby. And then we get an update that some demon is ravaging the Daigo army, and I was like, all right, bet.
I don't like either how the dude, like, nobody ever looks at the dude and is like, hey, you'd be fucking mad too, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
The
Like, y'all don't
mom-
understand.
Like, a little bit ago, the mom said, fuck you, dude. I'm
Right.
all about my land. That make me upset too.
Right.
And you took my body, and everybody thinks that's cool. You're not gonna be mad. You're not gonna be like, oh, I kind of want to get my shit back. I want to be able to feel things.
I literally like, okay, this is the other thing too. Like at the end of the season finale of the first one, like, why did they just go like, listen, we're aware what we did to you was really fucked up.
Yeah.
We're fucking aware, but you're still our son. Come live with us. Like, let's help you get this sorted out, right? Like, let's
It's
just
all
work
about
together.
prosperity in the land and all that shit.
Right? They're just like, fuck your body, dude. Like, go on. Like, be a little civil here. You know, let's work it out.
Yeah, at least that way you can like just gaslight him and just be like really fucking weird about it. Be like, oh, we're gonna help you. Like, oh, we're trying really hard.
Right.
And he spent like 5 years of his life just like trapped there.
Yeah.
Just like thinking about
And
this,
then like later on, you can just fucking murk him if it's not working.
And then you can just keep guilt tripping Hyakkimaru and like
Right.
really wear down his spirit.
And make him murder himself. It'd be
Right.
different too if like the dad was this just evil dude and this is all he believed. But we see at the end, he's like, maybe if I didn't do that, Hyakkimaru and me could have made this land into something great. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why now?
Right.
It's the end of the fucking show. Just be evil.
Because it was the point that like
I know, but it's still
he
dumb.
thought that he couldn't have been wrong, and then he sees that like at the end he's like, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
I've never been wrong except one time.
I've never been wrong my whole entire life except this time right now. It just ruined my whole life.
I've never been wrong in my life except for one time where I wasn't wrong.
I've never been
Yeah.
wrong in my
That I
whole
was
life
wrong.
until my wife and kid died, and then my other kid hates me because I stole his body for demons
Yeah.
to eat. Fucking dumb.
Classic.
Hyakkimaru and Rapidash use Twister, Flame Wheel, and Swords Dance against the Daigo army.
Hey,
Yeah, like
look
that.
at you.
Also like some slash or something like that.
I thought
Swords
Swords
Dance?
Dance. It's just I know it's a stat. I know it's a stat upgrade. I know it's not an actual attacking. I know,
It's
but I thought it
bothering
worked
me.
better. I
Yeah,
know
it
it's
is.
bothering you, and that's why I wrote it. So go ahead, get bothered about it. But it just sounds better.
It does.
And I just don't understand how a move called Swords Dance
Because they're
doesn't do
dancing.
anything.
They're not attacking. Okay.
The swords are
This is-
dancing. That was
it's
a
not-
tornado around
It's
them.
not sword capoeira.
If I am sword dancing with a girl, she is feeling my sword.
Stop. What are you doing?
I'm just saying.
With your consent.
Obviously.
Yes.
Dude, that blank look was scaring me.
I didn't know if he was gonna double down or what we were doing.
He's going in his mind palace on that.
Yeah,
one.
it's like-
How do I?
I was like, all right, listen.
He was in his brain going, "This is live. We're gonna put this up. A couple hundred
Listen,
people are gonna hear it."
let me put it to you this way. I not never once just grabbed a girl's hips and pulled her. You know what I mean?
What are you
all
doing?
I'm saying.
I didn't want it to go there, but
Yeah.
here we
I'm
are.
saying.
We
I'm
don't
saying.
gotta-
If they, hey,
You're
if they,
turning
if they,
into me
hey,
right now,
if they-
Harris. You're
if they,
incriminating
hey,
yourself.
if they grind up on the sword, they grind up. They call that booty the grindstone. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to sharpen swords. You know, I'm trying to dance
Stop.
that sword.
Stop it. God, I hate you.
And later on, if she wants to see the sword, she can see the sword.
Harris, just go with the plot.
Mutsu asks the demon in the Hall of Hell to take her body because it's all plagued and shit. She needs a better one to help. And Hyogo and Taomaru show up, and then the fucking heartbeat gets real loud. You know,
Dude.
like it's like the end of Heartbeat where Donald Glover or Childish Gambino's just fucking yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's done with real shit.
I just want a cut of that.
Dororo and Mama Hyakkimaru talk about how there's just keep talking about Hyakkimaru and everything about him. And they're like, you know what? After all these conversations, we should just tell him that we really love him and like maybe we don't want him to kill people no more, you know?
Weird. Maybe you should be a fucking mom and not be like, listen, dude, like prosperity over money over son.
Money over everything.
Money
bro.
over everything, bro.
But Hyakkimaru is still using Swords Dance, and Rapidash uses Flamethrower on Daigo's right-hand man.
Dude, they murder so many people.
There's body parts.
There's a
everywhere,
point
dude.
when he's riding the horse and there's a tornado around him, the Swords Dance as we call it, and you see dudes fly out of it, like just at the top, and it's fucking wild, dude.
It's twisted.
Dude, straight up playing on easy mode.
For real, dude, put it on beginner and then just fucking spinning.
Yep. Spin to win. Playing that Tryndamere.
Spin
Or
to
Garen.
win.
Whatever. The Tao boys. Why am I stupid? The Tahoe boys show up with
I don't even know what you're trying to say anymore.
I don't even know what's going on.
with Taomaru having two eyes in his head.
Yeah.
Which was a cool ass reveal because you see both the slits on his face where his eye hole was and the other one that Hyakkimaru made, and then the top one opens first.
Yeah.
And the eye does that whole thing where it like looks around like trying to focus, and I was like, "Oh,
it's disgusting.
It is awesome!" And then the other eye opens, and it's just so cool.
I love it. Also, that's gotta be confusing having three eyes,
right?
Like trying to like work out that information.
Well, see, the one eye only sees, or no, the two demon eyes only see what Hyakkimaru sees. The fucking
But like it's like an overlay, you know?
Right? Like it's like it might be. I don't fucking know.
And Mutsu has a left arm, and Hyogo has a right arm.
Yep.
Hmm.
And it's when this scene happened, I was like, gotcha.
Yep.
It all
I was
came
like,
together.
okay. I was like, here we go. Hyuk's gonna rip these
found him.
bitches off.
Yep.
We got him.
Hyakkimaru uses roar.
Cold would it have been if Hyakumaru would just straight up chop, chop, stab, stab, and then just got him back like that, like end conflict, just like
Yeah, just right
fucking
away.
ran up on him and just grabbed him. But yeah, Hyakkimaru uses roar and attacks, knowing these newly gained parts are his parts.
He real mad. He said, "Y'all took my toys. I want it back."
It's not like okay, so I didn't spend a lot of time looking it up, but like it wasn't roar because it was a scream type move that increases your attack. But I couldn't think of howl. That's what it was. Fuck, I'm stupid.
What is it? Okay.
It matters. It's very important.
Okay.
Well, it's important, but he's still using swords dance for the attack. So I don't know if
It's important to me.
Kyle's still upset about it.
I want to be a very specific kind of wrong. The best way to be wrong is by being sandwiched with correctness, because the wrong gets swept
so that way you're like, oh, it's almost perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just mad.
That's how Harris lives his life.
That's how I live my life. I do a lot of good stuff and then like one bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like talk about dancing off
you're
on
just a really good friend, and then you tell me I should smile more. I'm like,
yeah,
all right, cool.
exactly. And that's the end of this episode. And I gave this episode a Crash Bandicoot out of Pokemon.
I'm having a hard time with the Crash Bandicoot.
This is spinning, and then they crash into the rocks on the boat.
Okay. I got you.
Because Crash Bandicoot was the original spinner,
Yeah,
His name is Crash.
Right. Just worked. It's levels,
Like an onion.
Episode 23. The Tau Boys square off against Hyakkimaru. The white foal leaves the outcasts and runs off. Taumaru says he will take all of Hyakkimaru's body for the Daigo's land. Mama Hyakkimaru, Dororo, and the priest come up on the fight between Hyakkimaru and the Tau Boys and see that everyone's just fucking demonic.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, everyone here is wrong, like, and it just feels like U.S. politics. Like you watching these people and you're like everyone's wrong, but like I understand where everyone is coming from,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, again, it's more exposition we didn't need. Like I understand. I've seen both of these sides get here. I don't need more people to come in and be like giving me all this exposition. They could have just come up on it and been like, "Oh yeah, no, I get what's happening." I don't need a 10-minute exposition of it.
Yeah. Especially because everybody knows what's happening.
Right. Rapidash uses Stomp against Hyogo and then gets stabbed after being distracted by the white foal that comes up. It then uses Bite and Flail.
No.
Yeah, I do. Though.
The bite, dude. The bite when it bit off the dude's head.
Yeah.
I didn't know. My body didn't know how to react with the holy shit that actually happened. Because I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting it from the horse to just fucking eat this dude's head.
I wasn't expecting this character with like it is a tragic backstory and it's more in theme with everything of like the mom instead of the son like dying and like having to get rebuilt by whatever.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting this creature that we just met to be the one to end these two people that we've followed for like most of the show.
But it has been
really
at like
fast.
+6 attack, so like
I mean, I understand, but it just
I think that's why I liked it so much, because this was something I would have never have thought was going to happen. Like, I didn't think that this horse was going to murder.
I liked it just because it was fucking horrifying and gross.
Horrifying, yeah.
Definitely the shock factor was great. But, like, I liked Hugo and Mutsu so much that, like, this felt so anticlimactic for their arcs.
I mean, they were already pretty like 1 foot in the ground.
For sure, but like
Yeah.
I wish that like Hyakkimaru and the horse teamed up against Taomaru, and then these two attacked both of them, and then like they like because literally the fight started and they just like split off, and it was
Yeah.
like Taomaru and Hyakkimaru, and then these two and the horse. Like, give me a little bit more of the clash between all of them to show how it splits off, and then give me more credence into why it's important that they stop this horse. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, the
I don't
horse
know.
was just
That's
trying
just
to
me.
kill him. I don't know. I loved it. I'm
It was-
all about
it was
that shock
great.
factor, dude.
It was great,
Just-
but it just like the way we got there could have been better.
It was a good puppy.
yeah,
I don't
it was a great horse.
The horse ultimately gets killed, but not before killing Hyogo and Mutsu, like I said, and then it dies in front of the white foal, which was
Hold on.
really
You are
sad.
skipping over the most important scene of these episodes, Harris.
What?
The dude with his head that's got bit off of his body
Oh yeah.
stands up just on sheer instinct, maybe? I don't
No,
know.
it comes from the arm, like because the arm is still connected to the demons.
So the arm
'Cause
like
it,
makes the
his,
body.
his like body bubbles up, and then the arm comes up and just shoots up into the horse.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was so disgusting. The way
Yeah.
they animated the body, like you ever see a chicken get its head cut off?
Yeah.
And how like it stumbles because it doesn't have a head, but it's still trying, like its body is still moving. That's what this did. It was great.
Yeah,
I loved
and
it.
it was the same thing with Mutsu too. Like the arm propelled her forward to the horse,
Okay, so it was like the
and it was
demon
like
shit.
yeah, like the demons were kind of like pulling the strings and stuff, and like they were already dead. Like the horse bit off Hyogo's head, and then like fucking flailed so hard into Mutsu
Yeah.
flew back
He-
like
the
500
horse
feet.
just kicked a
Say what
chunk
you
out of
will
her
about
body.
demons, but they have great like work ethic because like
Mhm.
the deal was already over. He got the arms right after that. Like,
Yeah.
but like he didn't have to kill the horse, but
Right.
he did it.
That's
you know?
great. Demons have great work ethic.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Hyakkimaru then gets his arms back and bare hands his swords, which was fucking disgusting.
Painful looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just because the fucking arm things come out, and then the swords that have been in his arm now don't have a hilt because why would they have a hilt? And
They
then
have
he
the-
just fucking
They had the blunt end that's supposed to go in the sword, right?
Yeah.
And he's just like, nah.
no.
He didn't have time, dude. It was like he
Right.
just got his arms back and he had to grab him really quick to stop the
Yeah.
knife.
Yeah, I know.
because
I know.
Tagomaru is still on the attack. But damn, dude, this was
But he
disgusting.
kept holding it.
Yeah.
I nothing not frustrates me. Nothing freaks me out more in a sword fight when people are like barehanding blades. Like, you know, when people like will swing and then the character will grab the sword and like you'll just see the
Yeah.
blood coming down. Like, it hurts my
Yeah.
hands so bad, dude. I don't like
I
it.
want to see one time for the blade to get down to like fucking like the meat of the
Yeah.
wrist.
Like this splits the hand
Oh.
in half, you know? Like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
I don't like it. Taomaru's still hurt that his mom treats Hyakkimaru as the favorite, and then launches on the attack again. He's like, "Mom, don't get involved. I'ma kill him." And then his mom's like, and he's like, "I fucking know that you love him more, and it's fucking bullshit. 'Cause I'm the one that's been around, and this kid be stupid shit. Like, you don't even
Right.
fucking have a body. You just kill him, things to get his body back. You fucking bloody mess when you saw him, and you don't even know what he looks like now, and you fucking do this shit to me."
You just been holding a whole burnt tomato in your hands.
Right.
And it's been in your
Oh,
head this whole time.
Fucking love him more. Bullshit.
Just a tomato gaping like a fish going.
Oh, I hate that
don't
you
like
called it a
that.
tomato because it's so accurate.
Hyakkimaru runs off and is just mad everyone's trying to take his body parts and asks what's a human. He's like, I don't fucking understand why everyone's trying to stop me get my body. I just want my fucking body.
Right.
You know? Like what
Yeah.
I'm talking about
He's
humans.
like,
What the fuck
it's
is
so
human?
hard of a concept to understand
Right.
here. Like,
I just want my body. And
You telling
everyone's
me
asking me like,
if-
you gonna be human?
If somebody took your body, you wouldn't be like, I want my body back. You would not
Right.
do that. You're gonna be mad at me.
Right.
depends. Like, what am I? If I don't have a body and I'm still existing, am I a robot now? Because
Right.
I mean, if I'm a robot,
You're a
now,
fucking
then-
tomato. You're a tomato that goes.
But yeah, like and then he has like this really existential moment where he's like, what is a human?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
He's like, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Are we getting to that bullshit philosophy where the old man just says some bullshit that just sounds smart, but you're like, I feel like one character could have just been like, dude, can you shut the fuck up?
Right. it's coming. It's coming.
Can you just put the bra on your head like the long way?
Hyakkimaru then wraps his hands so he's not just destroying them by holding these blades. And Taomaru now realizes that he's got longer reach now because he hasn't got chicken arms. You know, he's like got an arm that's holding the sword.
Yeah. Taomaru's like, oh, fuck. I had a chance before. That's before I got some reach on him.
Right. I wanted at least one time for Hyakkimaru to drop it and be like, I'm still getting used to new fingers. Which is like another thing that really frustrates me about him getting his body parts back is like when he got his sensation back and like the pain, we saw that scene where he was trying to step on the fire, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, like he's getting used to the new senses. But like since then, every time he's gotten like a new sense back, I guess hearing too, like he was like, oh, I can't see because it's loud. But like when he gets actual body parts back, like I wanted something to be like, this is how your toes move and shit like that. But they didn't want to animate toes.
For your spine.
Yeah, like this is how your body works now. You know, you got a spine, things are different, you know, but it's just
I'm surprised that the old Deus Ex Machina man didn't show up and be like, well, listen, to move your finger, you know, like just out of nowhere.
Like a fucking tutorial
like
from
mid-fight,
like
yeah.
Dororo, Mama Hyuk, and the priest chill on the battlefield that Hyakkimaru and Taomaru left behind with the outcasts. And Dororo gets upset when one of the outcasts says, why doesn't Hyakkimaru just fucking die for the land? You know?
Yeah.
And Dororo like is like, no, you don't know. He's got good body. It's stupid. Like when that's his shit, fuck back, you know, body. Mama Hyuk then says some shit like peace built on the back of one person is an unstable piece, and we get a series flashback.
I just wish Dororo would have looked at him and be like, why don't you fucking die then?
Right. Why don't you go and sacrifice your body?
And sacrifice your body. That's why. That's why he doesn't want to do it. You fucking
guarantee if you don't have a body, you're not going to go on a fucking murderous rampage.
Yeah.
And also the show like completely glazes over. Like the whole point of like you know, being the sacrificial lamb for something is that generally it's seen as a good thing if it's by choice, but he never was given a choice, so thus it is like entirely evil. Like them being like, oh, why doesn't he just do it? Like, no, like he never had the choice. This is something that's just been like
this boy came out a baby and then they turned his ass into a tomato. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Why don't you go turn into a tomato?
Put him on a pizza.
Put him on a fucking head and just squish his fucking head.
Kick him out in the fucking water.
So I think I don't understand why the dad wasn't just like, all right, let me see the tomato, and then squishes the head. Like, why did
fucking
he
end it? Like, why even put it in a boat and like send it off? Like, just fucking end him. You know?
Yeah.
There's then some more discussions about religion and philosophy.
I hate this.
That's so like, I enjoyed it, but like, yeah, it was completely asinine. Like, it's like when you go to a party and everyone's like really fucked up, and there's this one dude that's just been smoking the whole night, and they come out and they're like, "You guys ever think about, you know, like if you want to be a good person, right? You're trying to be like God, but if you're trying to be a bad person, you're trying to be like the devil." And all the drunk people are just like, dude, I just don't fucking care, you know, like shut the fuck up. I'm drunk.
Like, I'm just trying to eat some pizza, dude.
Right. Where's that tomato?
Why you got two helmets on, dude?
Yeah. Right. So it's like again, like this would have been an interesting.
No,
this would have been interesting if we were given the counterpoint to this. You know, like
it was the dumbest. Like each one of his points where they had like the dumbest premise, like, oh, because you're strong, you'll be a demon. Right. You're like, that's not the point. Like, demon is just not having like the care for other people. Like, you're already missing the fucking point. And then he built his whole argument on that like either way, you won't be a human after it's all said and done. I'm like, what are you fucking on about?
Hyakkimaru's like, I just I just want my body. Like that's literally all I want.
I will literally worry about everything else after
Yeah.
I get my fucking body.
Give me my fucking eyes back, dude.
But yeah, like I really enjoy speaking about religion and philosophy. I think it's really fun to talk about that stuff. But this it was so faulty and so awkward and like just didn't fit here. Like at the end of the day, it just really didn't fit here.
It felt more awkward than the speeches that Mommy Smithy gave to him in the cave, where it's just like, what are you getting at? What do you mean by this? Is this bad translation? Like, are we just missing some like context here? Because sometimes it tries to get deep, and you're just like, you got some growing up to do. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I think it is. I think it's a show just trying to be deep. They're like, yeah, you know, we got demon killing, but also you remember, you know, religion, you know, philosophy. We know that.
Right.
We could do that.
Right. And I think like the people that really like this show, like just aren't like people that really like this show haven't delved into philosophy enough to understand a lot of these things are just basic like philosophy 101, you know?
Yeah.
And if you really like the show, just go start reading some philosophy books, you know, because they'll give you some good shit and it's all this. It just doesn't have sword fighting and demons and stuff. Some of it does, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's fine, but I don't like it. Daigo gets a report about Taomaru and Hyakumaru's fight and then calls Hyakumaru a demon's leftovers.
Yeah, that was probably like, it felt like a trap house line thrown there. I was like, all right.
It was a sharp burn. He's like, dude, the son that I've been raising isn't about to fucking lose to some fucking demon's leftovers. He's not gonna do it.
It was a lot.
It was
lot.
good. It was
very good.
Yeah.
Definitely Daigo is a fan of the anime trap house.
Absolutely. Daigo would definitely get a guest spot.
100%, dude.
Taomaru retreats into the castle and tells everyone to get the fuck out because Hyakumaru's coming. And then Hyakumaru walks up. Dororo counterpoints the priest and says, strength isn't about physical strength. Kingdom Hearts is light. It's essentially what happens. Like, he's literally like, no, listen, like, you're talking about all this hypothetical, you know, philosophical strength. It's really just about having the heart to go do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fair. Like,
I wish Hyakumaru was around, and he would just been like, I don't care what either of you are saying.
Y'all can discuss the philosophical implications of my actions later.
Yeah.
Hyakumaru was just like sitting there, just like, hold on, everyone raise your hand if you understand what's going on. I can't. I can't. I'm putting my sword up.
Yeah. I can't even see if you're raising your fucking arm because I don't have my eyes. Right. That's why I'm doing this.
You look like a blob. I don't know if it's your arm or your leg. I have no idea.
What's up with the stupid look on all your guys' faces when I mention this? I'm just guessing. Because you sound dumb.
Oh, man. Taomaru and Hyakumaru face off in the castle, and Hyakumaru isn't necessarily used to his surroundings with the new reach that he has, which was cool. I liked it. He like his sword gets stuck in like a door frame, and he's like, "Oh fuck, close quarters isn't my move." Which, like, again, is just showing how smart Taomaru is. Yeah. He's like, "All right, in an open field, I'm gonna get fucking wrecked because he's got more range, but like in close quarters, he doesn't understand yet." So I liked it. Taomaru's smart. I love him. I hate the show. The castle gets lit on fire, and Mama Hyuk, real Mama Hyuk, Dororo, and the priest all head in that direction. Dororo admits that he wants Hyakumaru to go with him no matter what body parts he has, and he'll be the parts that he's missing. This was kind of cute.
It's very cute, but I'm sure if Hyakumaru was there, he's like, no.
Yeah.
I want my shit back.
Yeah. And I give this episode, and that's the end of the episode. And I give this episode baby's first philosophy lesson out of Pokemon. There's just a lot of Pokemon. There's still moves going on and
There's a lot of
shit, you know.
Pokemon, yeah.
But that was the last Pokemon one, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
There's one episode left. There's no Pokemon
Exactly.
in here.
exactly.
Episode 24. All right, I'm gonna read the opening because the opening for this like was so fucking good. There was once a cry that should have been heard in this land. No sooner was it uttered than it was silenced. Yet even so, it reverberated throughout the land and still does.
Mm.
Like I read that and I was like, fucking chills, dude. That is so good. If they wrote the entire show for that one line, like
Yeah.
Here's like I'm down. I like
I'm
all
in.
of it.
fucking beautiful. Like
It was
it's
really
just
good.
so good.
Worth
Yeah.
it.
It's so good. Like literally gives me chills when I think about it. And I really dug the opening again. Like after because it was the last episode, so I watched the opening. I've been skipping it here and there. But like I don't know, I just like the
Yeah.
opening. It's so
I don't know
it's
why I
so
always
good.
just love the ending. It's just
Yeah. The chorus part I don't really enjoy that much, but like yeah, the opening is like the beginning of the opening is really good.
I'm still not a fan. I tried listening
you,
to
dude.
it too because I'm like maybe I'll like it now. Nope.
Mm.
Still
You're
don't
fucking
like it.
stupid.
Dumb.
You're fucking dumb. The fight continues between Taomaru and Hyakamaru, and Taomaru starts showing Hyakamaru around his house like it's MTV Cribs. Here's where I measured heights with those people that got their arms ripped off. Here's my room with my desk that my dad gave me, and here's my emotional baggage about my mommy.
Yeah, they're literally like fighting around a burning house.
Yeah.
And he's not even like distressed about it being on fire. He's just fucking stunting on him.
He's just
It's like whenever I
flexing,
go to
dude.
Cody and just
Yeah.
Cody's just fucking just
Look at my
Check
water
out my couch.
softener. Look
check
at my
out
new
my
couch.
I could charge into my couch. I'm like, I didn't even know I ever wanted that. Like,
Yeah.
you not
my-
do that to me?
My water's so fucking soft, dude. Wait till you see my new couches, Kyle.
It was just it's just so like Taomaru didn't even like seem like sad about explaining the house that's on fire, you know?
Yeah.
He's just straight up just flexing angry on him. This is where I measure my friends. This is the desk that my dad gave me.
And this is where he's just like pissed off. He's like, yeah, I had no mom. You have
Right.
two mom.
Right.
You got a fucking dad mom and then your mom, and they both like you more than they like me.
It's so progressive.
So, like, I just didn't understand.
Get all the milk. I got none.
Hyakamaru notices that even though Taomaru had this great life, he's still missing something. And then like they show like a hole in his heart, and I was like, oh man, that makes me
That
sad.
hurts. Yeah.
The priest is helping Mama Hyuk get into the castle, and Dororo wants to go too. I didn't understand this like well that was so far away from the castle was like the underground thing that like that connected the whole thing, you know? And it took me like the second watch through to understand how this worked.
Yeah. It's just for some reason you want your castle to have at least 5 secret tunnels.
Yeah.
And you want your whole
tunnel.
village. And you want your whole village to be connected by wood. There's
Right.
literally like not one house that circled around that mountain that wasn't connected.
Right.
Like this is just y'all fucking didn't think about like compartmentalization.
Like what about fire? You
Yeah.
know, they're like, no, shut up.
Like
No
your
fire.
castle's on top of a mountain, dude. Lightning is a real thing.
Right.
What are you doing?
Look, Chicago took a while to learn that one.
There you see.
You're right.
Real Mama Hyakamaru's in the castle somehow already. And him and Mama Hyakamaru go to the Maru brothers. Hyakamaru purposefully misses decapitating Taomaru, and Taomaru is confused. He's like, why you kill me? I know you could have. Like you didn't kill me.
Yeah. I always find those moments like weird, right? Because fighting is a lot more frantic, and it's not like everyone has perfect. It's not like he's gonna be like, no, I know for a fact he has to have some wonder, you know.
Right.
He's like, I feel like you could have just killed me right there, but like also,
It's like, oh man, I think it was you, Kyle, that was like, or maybe I don't know. There was like the conversation of like, what's the most awkward moment that you could ever have in life? And it was like, if you're sleeping and your best friend walks in the room and shoots at you and misses, you know,
Oh yeah, that's not me, but that's a good.
it's like
I love that.
they have
only have-
one
they only have
bullet.
one
They
bullet,
walk in your
yeah.
room while you're sleeping. They fucking shoot and like barely miss you. You're like, what are you?
I don't.
What are you doing?
What do you do? I don't
What
know.
are you doing?
Are your first words? I'm sorry.
No, your first words are you wake up. You're like, "Excuse me."
I said good night.
it's like, or you just get mad. You're like, dude, you almost just did it for me.
I almost
You know?
died just now.
What are you doing? Hyakkimaru says, I don't know why I missed, but you're just as human as I am. You know? Like, I know like 5 minutes ago, I was like, what is human? But I know what human is now. And it's us.
Well,
This moment
because
was great, though.
he's saying we're the same because he never had anything, and then neither did Hyakkimaru. So he's like, oh,
Right. No.
oh.
I don't mean like that as a criticism. I mean legitimately like he just didn't know and then comes on it like, well, like you had this great life and you're still missing something. And I had this awful life and I'm still missing stuff, but like we're the same, right? Like
Honestly, if
human
the
is
scene
us.
was just like 20 seconds longer, I would have been
Right.
just fucking crying because
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
It's the thing is you're so angry at the show, right? But like it just missed its mark so barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, to me, like this isn't missing the mark barely is worse to me than missing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it's like just a little bit to the left. If you just shot me in the head, we wouldn't have to have this conversation. You know? Like
I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't felt betrayed.
exactly. It just like
I would have been
like
in a better
it
place.
shows me that you were good enough to get that close, but not good enough to actually hit it. You know?
I don't think like good enough is a term when you're trying to shoot someone who's asleep. Like
But and it's also not
like,
a term. It's also not a term when you miss storytelling like that.
It's not like I'll be asleep and then Corey will just miss shooting me and I'll be like, oh damn, you were clever. Like I'll be like
next you're gonna say, I'm sorry. Fucking Joseph. All right. Now shit starts to get really fucking weird. Taomaru starts feeling some demonic power in him and tears out Hyakkimaru's eyes in his head, and they appear in Hyakkimaru's face.
Wait,
that
hold
shit was
on.
good as hell.
Hold on.
Did
No,
you guys catch what was going on there?
He feels his demonic, the demon trying to take a hold of his body. Like, you need to go kill him right now. And Taomaru's like, I ain't doing that shit. And then he rips his fucking eyes out.
Right. That's cool. And I like that moment a lot. And I'm happy it resolved that way. But then some giant demon seed thing.
Yeah, that.
I got
nothing for you.
I don't know what that was.
Just fucking appears from underneath the castle.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand an attempt at what they were trying to do with like the symbolism there, because it looked like wealth is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it is literally the whole castle, and he is literally stabbing the wealth of the castle.
Right.
But like it was just weird.
Yeah.
Just like there was nothing like I mean, I don't know if we missed it in a couple episodes or whatever, but like never saw this. Never understood that this was a thing. And it's just a strange thing to bring up at the end.
You think this was like the embodiment of the last demon, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. But it was just weird.
It was just weird. Like,
oh, it was very weird, but that's the only thing I could
That's
think
100% what it was. It was
Right.
it was the 12th demon.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Again, they expect the viewer or the reader to like fill that gap in, right? Like, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you all this, and then give you this, and you'll have to make that connection.
Hey, some of us are good at filling gaps. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. So they fucking like, and then Hyakkimaru sees this shit and it's like, all right, stab it. It's red. You know, Roomba's on. Both of the Mama Hyuks then save Hyakkimaru from falling debris because there's fire everywhere. And then give him a statue of mercy, and they're like, just be human, find religion. And then the first thing that Hyakkimaru sees with his new eyes are both of his mama Hyakkimarus being engulfed in flames. Which was cute. I dug it. But yeah, like Kyle said, if this was like a little bit more drawn out, it could have been a little bit more emotional.
Yeah, just a smidge more.
Yeah, because it was cool. It was cute because he says "mama" and then it shows like both of them, right? And I was like, who's he talking about? Both of them. But
Yeah,
like,
then she looks over at him, and then it
Yeah.
drops.
Yeah,
I wish
It was a
I
good-
wish they would have showed him like walking towards them,
right?
just
or
to
something.
show him trying to help.
Yeah,
Because it didn't show any. There was like, we gotta fucking go, dude. Fuck them. Whatever.
Taomaru gets comforted by both of the mama Hyuks, and they're like, well, we'll be with you forever. And then the castle just collapses. And I was like, dude, why? Like, I wish that the doctor would have like saved them somehow, because that would have been like, I feel like that would have been his ultimate redemption, right? He dies to save them. But like
that would have been so good.
But like, I just don't believe that Taomaru had to die. Like, I literally,
that's like one of my biggest gripes with this whole story.
He could have taken on Daigo's land, and like,
it could have been awesome.
Like, right, like all this shit happened, and now I know what's right, and it's my growth, and my growth will help the land prosper.
But instead, they just like kill the mom and the son and the other mom.
Dude. The other dude, right. What? Why was he even there?
Right.
Yeah.
That could have been the reason he was there, to have him like, oh shit, I need to help people. That's my last thing to do. It'd have been perfect, but fuck.
They could have, if they had soaked on him a little bit more too.
Yeah.
Like, I know sometimes anime gets a bad rep for just like soaking on shit way too long and just being way too dramatic, but like, I've seen the other side now, and it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks a lot,
and it's just missed opportunities. Like, it could. I don't know.
Make me cry.
Right, make me feel it.
Make me cry, you stupid bitch.
Right. Hyakkimaru says the sky is pretty, and Dororo is pretty since he can see now.
Dororo's like, ew.
He's like, shut up! Don't call me pretty. I'm not pretty.
Ew.
Hanaki. Hyakuroro and the priest watch the castle burn down, and the priest is like, "You fucking look! You look what you did! You did this!"
He's like, "No, I didn't. I didn't set it on fire. I was just fighting.
I didn't even know it was on fire.
Did I design all the wood shit to be connected? That is not my fucking fault.
That's not my design.
Not my design. This is years and years of stupidity on their part."
Yeah. And then again, in talking more and more about like letting things soak, Daigo gets a report that the castle is burning, and is just like, whatever, I'm just gonna keep going on my warpath. And then we get a voiceover saying like, a lot of people died.
Yeah.
It's like
why?
Like, Daigo was the fucking genesis of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
the plague and the other war had so little relevance to anything.
Yeah.
It was a point of tension, but it didn't have a point of reason.
Right.
I want to say though, that plague, you see how they contained it?
Right?
America needs to take notes. I'm just saying, they had one person.
You're telling me
that was it.
You're telling me we need to go North Korea, like shit's rough, dude.
I just like there was so many interesting things they could have done with Daigo and given us like more drama around him and what he's trying to do. Because ultimately that was his thing. He kept getting these reports and was like, I need to focus on my land, and I need to focus on this war that's going on, and I need to be part of it. But like, give me some tension with him, like, show me the battle and show me it, like showing me that the news of this affected him to some degree, right? Eventually, we get a good scene with him at the end.
Yeah.
But like, give me more about Daigo. I feel like you could have cut out more more of the fillers and given me more focus on him.
Yeah. Even in this one episode, they could have had like scenes of him doing the war shit still. And like him just like losing or like understanding like how he fucked up.
Right. Or just doubling down on,
or
whatever.
doubling down. Yeah,
Anyway.
either one. I'd rather him just be a fucking complete bad guy. But
Yeah.
they decided to not go that route.
Right. And then we see the final statue collapse in the Hall of Hell. Dororo says he'll give the money from that one side story a little bit ago to these outcasts, and they'll build something cool. And Hyakkimaru confronts Daigo at the Hall of Hell. Daigo says, I mean, I did the right thing. I did this, but my problem was that I didn't sacrifice. Like, I'm gonna go sacrifice more people. Like, I need my domain to be fucking good. So fucking open the economy back up. Just let people die. And Hyakkimaru looks like he's about to stab him. And then we cut to Dororo and the priest wondering where Hyakkimaru went and decide that he's gone on a journey to become human again after spilling all the human blood that he spilled. So he's going on like his redemption thing. So he's essentially the prosthetic guy at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to go to Europe to find myself.
Right.
I'm gonna go
He's
backpacking.
Pinocchio. He's become a real boy, but he doesn't know what it means to be a boy.
Right.
I just don't feel like the life I live is good enough, so I'm gonna go backpacking for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's this whole like fucking. Sorry, Cody's got me fucked up. There's this whole fucking thing with like it's, I don't know. There's a lot of class discussion in this anime, and like, and then to have it like conclude basically on the guy being like, of course this is my plot. I'm a samurai lord, and like the guy basically being like, yeah, that's the problem. Like, you gotta be a human. Right. It's like, that wasn't bad.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was so played out by the time we got the resolution that I just didn't care. Like, it was so obvious where it was going. And when we got there, it was like, all right.
I didn't think there would ever be like an epiphany for the guy though. So like, it was okay for there.
Right. Which is the next thing that happens is Hyakkimaru ends up not killing Daigo and gives him the Statue of Mercy. And he's like, hey man, you just don't be a demon.
Yeah.
Don't be a bad guy.
Just don't be a bad guy.
Just don't suck. I don't know.
Just because you are a bad guy doesn't mean you are a bad guy.
Doesn't mean you are a bad guy.
Basic philosophy: don't suck. I don't know, man.
Right. Like, maybe don't sacrifice people that don't want to be sacrificed. Like, if you find someone that's like, yeah, whatever, take my body. Like, sure, because demons are willing to do that. They did that with Taumaru and his boys. Like, they were like, hey, take our bodies, and the demon's like, here's body. Like,
it'd be better if Hyakkimaru just walked in. He's like, listen, follow the golden rule.
Right.
Do unto others what you would do to yourself.
Right.
And then he writes that, right? And that's how we get the golden rule.
Right.
Inception.
Daigo has this whole epiphany while he's like bleeding profusely from his head, and he's like,
why? Hold on. Why is he bleeding from his head?
I don't know.
I assumed it was from the war.
Okay, because it just fucking started happening.
Yeah.
That was like one of those things where you had to fill in the gap because it like it was weird and random.
It's like,
I don't know.
They're like, there's not enough tension in this scene. Make somebody bleed.
Well,
like,
all right. I mean, all right. Like, if I had to be the creative one, right?
Okay. Well,
the lightning coming through him in the beginning of the show was the demons entering his body, which is why he acted this way and was like, "Mama, I'm do demon stuff." And then after that conversation with Hyakkimaru, that's like the physical manifestation of the demonic blood coming out of him.
So smart.
That's a decent creativity.
It's definitely reaching. But
I mean, you could get an A on an English essay with that one.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you can call me Christina Ricci,
What? Where'd that reference come from?
That's a good one.
That was a very
it's
good
from
one.
Community. I'm not that intelligent. That's
Okay,
from
so it
Community.
was Donald Glover writing that. You fucking thief.
Yeah,
No, it was
probably.
Van Harmon. But yeah, so yeah, Daigo's like, well, maybe if I didn't sacrifice my kid to demons, we could have built a good land together, but we didn't. And then there's an image of a grown-up Dororo running to an older Hyakkimaru, and then that's the end of
I
the
don't
show.
know what this is trying to convey. Like, are they saying that like they're just gonna be happy together? Are they getting together, like romantically?
They went
or,
their
like-
separate ways. And now they're converging back together. And
Okay.
it's up to you to decide what
Yeah.
that means for you.
I mean, the
don't
real
like it.
story is the story that you read all along.
Right. And they
I-
aged them up. They aged them up so it didn't feel weird if you thought that they got together,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it was still like a grooming
It's
process
still-
for him.
Like,
I just
you're still
wanted
like,
I just wanted it to be like the dad, or like like that's his kid now.
It's
you
like a
know?
reverse grooming
Right.
project because like
Yeah,
she
I
was
don't-
taking care of him,
I
but
don't like
Right.
this.
right. It's just like it's as dark as you want to go or as light as you want to go. But like
Yeah.
it's again, the thing, the most frustrating thing for me is like we get no resolution on what happens to Daigo's land. The whole thing fucking started with his land
Yeah.
being fucked up and him sacrificing his firstborn for this.
Big hot take on just fucking ignoring that. Like,
Yeah.
And he gave me nothing. Like Taomaru's
Yeah.
dead, his mom's dead, Daigo is bleeding profusely.
you have
in
a
the
power
hall.
vacuum.
Right. What happens? Like, does the Asakura just take over? Like, I don't
guess
understand.
maybe. I
Like
don't
to have such a
fucking-
huge part of the show just be completely ignored like that is so
Yeah.
dumb. Like it doesn't even like why then did we care about the land through the 24 fucking episodes you gave me?
Right.
See,
And
this is why
that's-
it gets a dope and not like a dope is
Yeah,
dope or anything.
exactly.
It's just
You
like,
could have, like, again, and this is what I was saying, like, either it could have been short and you could have done the exact same thing and just cut out all the filler, or you could have extended it a little bit and give us more, like, post all this shit, an understanding of what happens, right? Instead of, like, leaving it specifically up to the viewer, like, it's up to you. You write whatever.
That's
you
why I thought maybe, I was talking about the episode 21, like conundrum. I was like, maybe they're just gonna like fucking pop their nut now, and then like the last two episodes are gonna be like repercussions of
Yeah.
everything.
Like, what happens? Because again, they do this the whole thing of like, what do you do with power, right? What does sacrifice mean? What is a person's life in the scope of a giant whole? And I feel like a lot of those themes, like the priest and Dororo and Nue Mama Hyakkimaru, like have this whole discussion about it, but like I don't feel like the story gave us a resolution on it. They were
It's
just like
it's
all these
just-
discussions happened and we ended the discussion. And
No,
that
it was literally like, oh, we're at the whims. It's some like fucking like weird fucking like anarchistic like. We rely on the government, so like we're going to be a bunch of libertarians, be more self-dependent, and like, like it was just a weird thing that requires money,
Yeah.
and for her to have that epiphany at all, it was like that's basically what her dad was doing in the first place, right?
Yeah.
And like nothing is different.
Yeah, like
She's
there's
like,
been
"Fuck
no
the
progression
government."
on like that. It's been like samurais are bad, and the end is it samurais are bad. It's
Right.
Samurais are bad, but also I have a lot of money, so
right. You gotta
Yeah.
not be samurai and just give the money to the people and they'll figure it out. You know, like I don't know. Like for how much these themes were driven home,
yeah,
it was such an unsatisfying conclusion to the discussion.
I'll give you that.
yes,
So,
it was.
A lot of the like personal stuff was great. As far as like just being like empathetic and like how the brothers came about and like them like resolving the whole like sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
It came so close to like getting the same point I was saying about like he didn't have a choice, but it didn't say it, so it like it flopped there.
Yeah. It was just I don't know. It was that's why I'm still comfortable giving it a choke because it led me on a path that I was super interested in, but then it just didn't give me, it didn't get me anywhere meaningful. Like it didn't get me anywhere at all. Like normally when you write stuff like this, you want the author's views to be like laid out plainly of like you came on this journey, this is what I'm going to give you at the end. But like I feel like the author didn't really want to write the finale for you, and I was like, you fill it in. Whatever you feel comfortable with feeling, you feel. And it was like, I don't know, man. It fell flat for me. There's good ways to do this, and whoever like if someone wanted to come and rewrite this, their voice would have to come through, you know. So I can see that this inspired a lot of stories that I've read or watched, like from an anime perspective, right? There's a lot of themes here that a lot of anime explore and go through, but like I don't know.
I'm sure Rurouni Kenshin took something from it.
Like, absolutely. Rurouni Kenshin, Samurai Champloo, like literally anything with samurai media probably looks at Dororo to get inspiration and go from there, you know? Yeah. But it wasn't it for me. Not it for me.
Yeah. And I totally agree with your choke. Like that's why I can't even like argue. Like I can't be like, well, it's so good because like the ending really was it missed a shot. You guys said it best when you said your friend comes and shoots you in the head while you're sleeping or whatever, and they miss.
Misses. Yep.
Misses 100%. Yeah.
All right. So that was Dororo.
We did it.
We did it. You know, like if you like anime, go watch this. You know.
Yeah. Agreed.
If you kind of like anime and you're very particular about it, I would say skip this one. Or just watch like a summary video on YouTube or something.
It depends on what kind of anime you like. Because I still like this shit a lot, but I know that it's not great at like if you're just looking at the plot as a whole. There was still really good shit about it.
Yeah. So now we got to talk about what we're gonna watch next, right?
We're watching a movie next, right?
Yeah, we're doing a movie next. We could talk about it in post show what we pick.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at anything.
You know, I mean, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out like where we need to talk about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it'd be better to talk about in post show, like we can all discuss and pick shit. And then next week too, we have our second guest ever on the Anime Trap House. We're gonna have Papa Squeaky join us.
P
Squeaky. So yeah. Look forward to that because I feel like Squeaky's gonna be real spicy. You know, he's been shitting on us in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be extra spicy memes. He's about to get that fucking thick ban. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to drench him in thick, viscous ban juice.
He's gonna bring all that Southie brain into it.
Ooh, I forgot he got that South brain.
Oh
no.
You know,
can't trust it.
Can't trust it, dude.
Really feels not good when you guys say that. You know, I just all the time it's said, I just don't enjoy it.
You know, I fuck you. I say what I want. You know, like
no, it's fine. You say what you want. I'm not saying don't say it. I'm saying I don't enjoy it.
Right. That's how I feel about 90% of the shit Kyle says. So
right,
I understand.
Right. I will never censor the people that I'm around, but I will call them out on shit that I don't like. Yeah. And that's that shit I don't like.
That makes sense.
I can say it because I am South as well. So.
Right. And I am not.
I'm not either. But I have Southern friends, so I feel like I can say I'm one of those guys. Well, actually, I have a friend who's a friend.
Oh, I don't like it.
I got a friend.
It was actually Squeaky that I was talking to, where I was like, oh, I'm South. And he's like, you weren't like, how long were you there? I was like, barely. I was born in Georgia and then I moved to Wisconsin. He's like, you're not. And I'm like, no. Okay. The phrase is you rise up. I rose up. I did it.
Okay.
You're still not rising.
You ain't rose yet, bitch. Yes, everybody who's Patreon, we about to do post show. So, you know, prepare for that over at patreon.com.
And don't stop your audios.
Yeah. Don't stop your audios. Also, shout out to me because it's my birthday in 2 days.
That's not your birthday today, though. Like, nobody gives a fuck if it's in 2 days.
It's my birthday whenever I fucking want it to be in October.
Then it's my fucking birthday, too, dude. Fuck
no,
your
it's not.
birthday.
Your birthday is August, and you can call August as your entire
Birthday's
birthday.
right now.
I call all of October.
You know what today
birthday.
is? You know what today is for me, though?
Sweetest day, birthday.
Anniversary. Today's 15 years, son. 15 years. Me and Emily's been together. Hell yeah. That's real. That's today, Harris, not in 2 days,
Your
bitch.
anniversary, my birthday.
It's not your birthday.
It's my birthday.
Okay, whatever.
It's my birthday. You say, what are you gonna do? Come on my birthday, give me a present on my birthday, and give me a present on my birthday? Huh?
You're just gonna come to my birthday party with the birthday present at my birthday party on my birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out fucking Southies. Shout out to all the Southies.
Shout out
Waffle House.
Shout out Waffle House.
Themes.
Dude, Waffle House fire.
Shout
Waffle House.
Shout out staying safe. Shout out
getting your arms back.
Play contagion stuff.
Shout out cunts.
Cutting off your mom's arm.
Shout out
what? What?
Shout out what and butt. Shout out ripping your eyes out.
Shout out Pokemon moves that are very correct all the time when you say them.
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out my wife, 15 years. What's up? Say word. Hope you listen to this.
Shout out Harris, 31 years.
What's
up?
Shout out Mooch.
Shout out negative. Shout out to Harris's birthday.
No, it's positive. Shout out. I'm birthday.
All right, I'm gonna stop this shit now.
Okay, don't stop it though.
I'm not actually stopping it. I'm stopping the other stop.
I'm saying stop. Don't stop. Stop the don't stop.
Don't stop believing.
You can't stop the rock. Can't stop the rock. You can't stop the rock.
All right, bye, Twitch people. Thanks for watching. We love you guys.